stop you thinking about other things. So it can be really good for stress relief. So we're going to start in child's pose. We're going to just sit down here, just stretching the arms in front for a nice shoulder stretch. And we're just going to stay here for 5 breaths. So you maybe want to start with Ujjayi breathing, where you're breathing into the back of your throat, a bit like the sound that Darth Vader makes. And this breathing helps you focus on your breath and also starts to create heat in the body and starts to calm your mind. Now we're going to push up into downward facing dog. So you have Adho Mukha Svanasana. So your feet are slightly out and your arms are shoulder width apart, and you're pressing through the heels of the hand and drawing the heels to the floor as you lift your tailbone to the ceiling and relax your neck and shoulders down. So you might want to just shake your head no and yes, just to let go of any tension you're holding in your neck and shoulders. And then we're going to just start to pedal our feet. So we're just going to press one heel to the floor as the other one lifts and then transfer the weight. So just warming through the hamstrings and the back of the body. Focusing on that Ujjayi breathing. And then we're just going to press both heels down. Take a bend in the knee and we're going to lunge our right foot outside our right hand into lizard pose. So you're going to drop your back knee and you're just going to flatten your toes at the back, and you're going to just work your shoulder towards your knee. So you're opening through the hip and the groin area in this pose. Let's push back into down dog and repeat the move on the other side. So pressing back, lifting the tail, bending the knees and coming into lizard with your left leg. So knee down, toes flat, and just adjust. Just wiggle your hip about until it feels in the right position for you. Lifting the chest and then pressing back into downward dog. We're going to do this again one more time each side just to open through the hips. So pressing into dog, bending the knees and bringing your right foot outside your right hand, again dropping the knee. We will bring the knee up later on in the session, and then downward facing dog. Last time, so if the left foot lunges outside the left hand, just make sure your knee's tracking over your ankle, drop your knee. Okay, you're going to lift your right knee and you're going to bring it outside your right hand, so you're in a wider forward fold, your hips lifted, and then you're going to bring your chest forward as you flatten your back, and then bend your knee again down into your forward fold. I need to move back, I'm going to whack my head off the roof. Alright, take a nice inhale, lift the arms above the head, and then bring your hands to heart center. So let's step the feet together. We're going to go over to Vinyasa. So we'll do a couple of rounds of this, but we'll start with a nice simple one. So take an inhale, focusing, coordinating the breath with the movement, and as you exhale, come into your forward fold, lifting your tailbone. Flatten your back, chest forward, shoulders back. So think about the chest coming forward and the bottom pushing the other way. Bend your knees and fold, and then take your right foot back into a lunge, dropping the knee to the floor. Again, we're going to focus on stretching through the hamstring and hips. So I want you just to lift your left toes, pointing towards your face, and then bend your knee so that it tracks over your ankle and feel the stretch through your back hip. And again, so point the toes towards the face and then flatten the foot. 2 more. So inhale, flex. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, flex. And lower the foot to the floor. Okay, press the hands down, downward dog. We're going to move through your chaturanga, so you're coming shoulders over wrists, dropping the knees as we're still warming up. Lower the chin and chest to the floor, keeping the belly up, and then roll the shoulders back to the heels in baby cobra. So squeezing your glutes before you press into downward dog. Bend your knees and step your right foot between your hands. Okay, so from here, your back thigh is nice and straight, or your option is to put your knee on the floor. We're lifting up into a high lunge. And then we're framing the foot with the hands and stepping the back foot in to your forward fold. Bring the hands to the shins, flatten the back, and then fold down again. Let's inhale to lift, and exhale to bring the hands by heart centre. Are you feeling warmer?
Wonderful, thank you.
Inhale to lift the arms, exhale to fold. That's the same sequence. Flatten the back, and then fold yourself down. This time for the left foot back. So we're just dropping that left knee to the floor, and we've got 4 hamstring stretches. So again, coordinate with your breath. So inhale, flex your right foot towards your face, and exhale, flatten the foot and lift the chest. Just check your knee alignment. And again, so inhale, and exhale. 2 more. And exhale. Last time. Oh, my hamstrings are so tight.
Me too.
I don't know why. I do these like most days, and I just don't know why it gets so tight. Anyway, God knows what I can like without it. So let's press back into downward dog. So move through your chaturanga. Again, keeping the knees down as we're still warming through, lowering the chin and chest, and then coming into baby cobra, squeezing the shoulders back to the heels, and then lower down. Tuck toes, press back, down dog. Bend the knees, lunge your left foot between your hands, the back thigh is straight again this time, and we're moving up into a standing lunge. So lift the arms above the head, make sure the hips are square, and then bring the hands either side of the foot. Step the feet hip width apart. Now you're going to come in from here into Padastasana. So I want you to take your first 2 fingers through the big toe, draw the head through the knees with the pulling action of the feet as the elbows turn out to the side. So keep the tailbone lifted and you'll feel a deeper hamstring stretch. And then just release. Hands to the floor and then hands to the shin. And then just fold down one more time before you return to mountain pose. Bring the hands to the heart center. So we're going to move on to round 2. So we're going to add a little bit more in this time now. We're feeling a bit warmer. Okay, so we're going to bring the arms above the head and we're going to take a slight bend to the right in Ardha Chandrasana. So it's your half moon pose. So biceps by the ears, pushing the hips the opposite way from the arms. And back to center. Other side. So try to get rid of any tension you have in your shoulders. And then back to center. Let's take a big forward fold. And then just flatten the back. And then just take the hands to the floor as you step your right foot back into a lunge. Again, we're dropping the knee, flattening the toes, and we're just going to come into 1 hamstring stretch this time. So you're just pointing the left foot toward the face. Bend the knee, and this time let's add in a nice twist. So open your left arm, facing me and twist. Hopefully facing me. And then down. Let's press back into downward facing dog. Let's come forward into your chaturanga. This time you can keep the knees off if you want to, keeping the elbows in nice and tight, and then come into upward facing dog. So you can have the knees off the floor, pull the shoulders away from the ears, squeeze the tops of the thighs and the glutes, and then tuck the toes and press back into downward dog. Lifting our right leg, we're going to crunch the right knee to the right elbow 4 times. So you're squeezing your abs, keeping the shoulders over the wrist, and then drive that foot back up to the ceiling. And again, so crunch the knee into the elbow. This can be done on the knees. If anybody has wrist problems, squeeze. And then one more time, so lift, knee to elbow. Now bring your right leg back into the wee-legged dog and lunge the foot through the hand, making sure that the knee's over the ankle, and we'll put our back foot down at 45 degrees. So let's lift up to warrior one. Bring the palms together and just square your hips forward, pressing through the four corners of each foot. And then open the arms wide so that you're facing me into warrior two. So your shoulders are stacked over your hips, your knees stacked over your ankle. Reverse your warrior. So lift your right arm, reach up and back, and let's come into Utthita Konasana. Is that right?
Wonderful, well done.
Relax the shoulder away from the ear. Fingertips to the heels. Now, let's lengthen the body. So we're going to come up into Trikonasana, Utthita Trikonasana. So the palm is forward, the eye gaze is the top arm, if that feels okay on the neck. And then we're just going to bend that right knee again and return into warrior two. As we turn the heels in towards each other and open the arms up into a goddess squat. Now we're going to lift both arms above the head and turn the feet forward, taking the feet a bit wider, and we're coming into our separate leg intense stretch. So you're going to lean back a little, squeezing the glutes, and then you're going to lead with your chest and fold forward, bringing the head all the way down to the floor if you can, and lifting your tailbone. So again, just let that neck relax. Just take 5 breaths here. And just start to slowly lift the head. Come up onto the fingertips as you flatten the back. You're probably going to need to move your feet in a little bit closer in case you do the splits. Lead with the chest and then come back up to standing. Turn the left foot to the left. Arms to shoulder height. Your eye gaze is down your middle finger. Sweep the right arm around as you lift your right heel and come into a high lunge. Now we're going to frame that foot with the hand, and this time you're going to lift your left arm and take a twist. So you're twisting away from me. Return the hands to the floor and step your right foot in so that your feet are hip width apart. And then we are going to come into Padangusthasana. So you're going to take your whole hand under your foot so that your big toe is at your wrist. Again, that's not an option for someone, hands just wherever they land. Tailbone up. And then just release the hands, flatten the back, and take another forward fold. Let's lift up into Tadasana, and then bring the hands by the heart center. Let's repeat that on the other side. So let's lift the arms and we'll take our half moon pose. So let's go to the left this time. So pull the arms back so that the biceps frame your ears, and then push your hips to the right. Back to center, and let's go the other way. Back to center, take swan dive to the floor, so fold forward, and then come into your flat back. Fold forward again, and let's take the left foot back this time. So again, we're dropping the knee. We're going to hold our hamstring stretch for a couple of breaths as we point the right toes towards the face. And then flatten the foot. Okay, let's step into downward dog. And let's come through your chaturanga. So elbows in nice and tight, lowering down, and then into your upward facing dog. So toes flat, knees off if you can, and shoulders back. Press back, down dog. So press strongly through the hands. Lift your left leg this time into three-legged dog, and we've got 4 crunches. So just crunch that elbow into the knee, and then back up. So the hips open to the side, but the shoulders are square to the front. So squeeze, and lift. Last one. And hold your three-legged dog. Take your left foot forward, between your hands, back foot down, 45 degrees. Take an inhale and come up to warrior 1. Let's open out, warrior 2. So just adjust the feet as needed. The right foot is pointing forward, looking down the middle finger of the left hand. Take a breath. Let's lift up into your reverse warrior. So another lovely side stretch. And then just windmill the arms all the way over to your side angle. So option is your knee or fingertips to the heels. Let's open the arms through into triangle pose, straightening out. So it's a big posture. The hands should be in one straight line. Create lots of space in the body. And then just bend that knee as we return to warrior 2. And then just turn the feet in. So we're coming back to a goddess squat. And then we're going to take variation 2 of our little wide leg forward fold. So we're going to lift up. You're going to lower the hands to the hips. You're going to squeeze your shoulders back, squeeze your bottom, lift the chest, and then leading with the chest, you're going to tip forward from the hip into your fold. Release the hands to the floor and then just come up onto the fingertips, flat back before we start to rise back up and lift. Bring the arms to shoulder height, turn the right foot to the right and then just sweep the left arm around as you come up into a high lunge. Okay, frame that foot, so chest is on the knee, and then we're going to lift our right arm this time into a twist, a twisted lunge pose. And then bring the hands back down. Step the left foot in, feet are hip width apart, and then just move into your flat back. Now you're going to fold forward and take a breath, lifting the arms above the head, and then we're just going to come and turn to face the front, so facing me, and bring the hands to the heart center. So a couple more postures before we move on to round 3. So this is called Pasasana. So you're going to take your hands to prayer position and you're going to bend your knees together, squeezing the ankles, knees, thighs, and then you're going to just take your right elbow across your left knee and you're going to, if you can, press your thumbs to your sternum as you sit the weight back in the heels. So these twisted postures are great for detoxifying and increasing the flexibility in the spine. Come back to center and then just push up. Let's go the other way. So hands stay where they are, knees bend. I was just giving you a break before the other side because I'm nice. The left elbow over the right knee and then just turn and look over your right shoulder, creating lots of space in your rib cage and keeping the weight through the heels. Bring it back and then let's lift. Okay, let's bring in one little balance. So we will go into Vinyasa, your tree pose. Toe can be at the ankle, on the calf, or you can hook the foot up a little bit higher.
Right, I need to take all my clothes on.
You are?
I'm so hot.
I know,
But
so sweaty. Pull the shoulders back. You pick the hottest day of the year for this. And go up through the crown of the head. And then just bring the foot down. Okay, we're going to try that on the other side. My foot will never stay up on this side. I must have really slippy leggings on this side. So either on the calf or you can hook up. Oh, I like these leggings. Ooh. Bring your left foot into the inside of the thigh. Woo. And then just bring the hands to heart center. It's not happening. Pull the shoulders back. And just release. Bring the feet together. Okay, we're going to do one more round of sun salutation. Have we got time? Do we have time for one more?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, just as well I brought that. Okay, so we'll come back to the front of the mat. We're going to take a breath in, lift the arms above the height, and we're going to sit back into Kanasana, so into your intense or chair pose. So you're reaching out strongly through the fingertips and squeezing the ankles together. Now you're going to bring the shoulders away from the ears as you lift the hands behind you. Come again, so squeak the arms forward, lifting and feel the energy running from your fingertips down through your heels, and then squeeze the shoulders away from the ears as you lift back. Bring it back to the front and then fold forward. From here, we're going to, sorry?
I'm just going to get some water for Rosie. She's got a hot dog.
Yeah.
Hot dog. In here, come on. You go. No. Oh, stinking now.
Saved by the bell. All right, so back into your Uttanasana. You're going to fold forward, and you've got the option from here to jump, or you can step back into plank. So any back problems, you're better to step. So jump back, and then lower through your chaturanga. Coming through into upward facing dog, lifting the knees off the floor, squeezing shoulders, and then lower your body all the way down to the floor and bring your arms by the side with the palms up. So we're going to come into Salabhasana, full locust pose. So you're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to lift your knees, you're going to lift your torso. Your eye gaze is your third eye. So think about sending the legs away and pulling the shoulders away from the ears. And then just release that down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, sit back into child's pose. And then press up into downward facing dog, pressing the heels to the floor. So let's do these crunches again. So you're going to lift the right leg, but this time you're going to bring it to the opposite elbow. So you're bringing your right knee to your left elbow. Crunch one, and back up to the ceiling. Crunch two, and back up to the ceiling. And three, and back up. And four, and back up. Three-legged dog into warrior one. Bring the foot forward, back foot down, lift the arms. I always find adding those crunches in creates more heat in the body, so you get more flexibility. So warrior one to warrior two, open to warrior two. Lifting into sun warrior as to reverse warrior. And then coming down to your side angle, keeping the left arm by the ear. Okay, let's open through into your Trikonasana. Now we're going to add on another move here, Prasarita Trikonasana, which is revolved triangle. Start by bending your right knee and change the hands. So you're bringing the left hand to the outside of the right heel and lifting your right arm. So option is to keep the knee bent. Harder option is to straighten the leg. Really think about pulling the belly off the thigh and looking to the top hand if you can. Change the hands back. So come back to Trikonasana. And back into warrior two with a nice deep knee bend. Turn the heels in for your goddess squat. And then we're coming variation 3 of our wide forward fold. So lifting up, toes forward, taking the legs a little bit wider. And I've forgotten what it is. bring your hands behind you, squeeze the shoulders back as you look back, and then again leap with the chest as you lower your chest down, lifting the arms above the head for that deep shoulder stretch for 5 breaths. Just release the hands to the floor and then just climb back up onto the fingertips as we lift back up again. And turn the left foot out, right foot forward, come back to your warrior 2. And then let's just come into a high lunge, so adjusting the feet as you need. And then just frame the left foot with the hands, lifting the left arm, big twist. And back down. Step the right foot in, forward fold. Hands to the shins, flatten the back. Forward fold. And then lift back up into mountain. Bring the hands by the heart center and let's do one final round. So sitting back into your chair pose, stretching the arms out in front, keeping the width through the heels, and then just sweep your arms behind you, pulling the shoulders back. Inhale to lift, and exhale to sweep behind. Inhale, lift the arms, and then forward fold. And on your exhale, jump or step back into your chaturanga. Knees can stay down. So remember all the options. And then we're lifting up into upward facing dog. Let's lower the chest down. Bring the feet hip width and bring the hands by the side. So again, take an inhale, press the pelvis into the floor, and as you exhale, lift the knees, lift the torso, third eye gaze, and squeeze the bandhas, squeeze the glutes, protect the back, and then just lower the chest down. Hands on the shoulders, child's pose. Stretch the arms in front, press back into downward dog. 4 crunches last round, so left leg lifts, let's crunch across to the right elbow for 1, squeezing and lifting. 2, and up, 3, and 4. 3-legged dog, and then lunge that left foot forward. So we're coming in to warrior 1. Let's lift. Let's open, warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Parshvaskanasana. I have to keep saying that one to remind myself of it. Trikonasana. And then if you want to stay in Trikonasana, that's great. Otherwise, we're coming into a revolved triangle. So bend the left knee, change the hands so that the left arm is on the outside. The right arm is on the outside of the left foot, and the left arm's in the ear. Straighten out that leg, and then change the hands back. Trikonasana. Warrior 2. Turn the feet, goddess squat. Okay, the last variation of this forward fold is a big toe hold. So first of all, lean back, squeezing, and then lead with the chest as you take the first 2 fingers through the big toe and draw that head down. So the elbows come out the way, the head comes back, so you're using that pulling action of the toe to lower your head. Keep the tailbone lifted and press evenly through the 4 corners of the feet and pull up through your quads and kneecaps. Release your toes, come to the fingertips into your flat back. And then lifting up again. Turn the feet, so adjust the feet into your warrior two with your left foot forward, and then sweep your back arm around into your high lunge. Let's lower the chest down and let's lift the right arm and come into a twist. Your back knee can be down here if you need. And then bring the hand to the floor as you slide your left foot forward into your forward fold. Flatten the back. And then just slide the hands down to the floor as we lift back into mountain pose and bring the hands to the heart center.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Thank you. It was very touching.
Right, I'm just turning that on and off. I'm just going to have a quick wee break. 2 secs. That was wonderful. I feel so energized.
Okay.